Final spot. It's at the top of a mountain. That's the mountain. We started down there. Final day here for my children. Make sure I don't get my son in there. Got it the right way round for you, editor. Cheers, son. And there's nothing better than this. Being in the outdoors with my children, exercising every day, which is what we've done for the whole of this last week. This is me starting my journey. 24 hours. 1,612 miles. Let's go. I'm just hitting off. I've got a 2-day trek to get to Denmark, Copenhagen, where I'll be doing 3, possibly 4 podcasts with politician Morten, leader of Danish People's Party, a doctor who has took a very vocal stance against the COVID vaccine, against vaccine injuries, against the whole pandemic, and against transgenderism, everything that's unhealthy for children anyway. She spoke out. We're going to be talking to her, and we're going to be talking to Lars Hedegaard, who was a former Marxist who began realising Islam is a bit of a problem and then lived under 24-hour police guard because of that, with attempts on his life. So that's what we're doing in Denmark. We're attending the conference. We've got a 2-day journey ahead of us, but we've got Spotify full of country and western music, which gets me through. Germany, where you have to pay the services to use the toilet. This is the first one. 90 euros, eh? This trip, excuse my vest, is already the longest trip I've ever done, because my phone wouldn't charge yesterday, wouldn't turn on, so I didn't have a phone. 16 hours I drove yesterday, yeah? I drove up through the whole of Spain. I went up Spain, up through France, into Belgium, and I stayed in a hotel in Belgium last night. I then drove to a place called Media Market. Oh, where am I? I don't know, I'm in Germany now, yeah? Well, I drove to a place called Media Market where I could get my phone sorted. And I was going to buy a new phone. But it turns out that it's the charging point, so I got a wireless charger. For 75 euros, man. 75 euros, like, really? But I didn't have no phone, so I've got lots of people I need to talk to, so I had to pay 75 euros. Come out, start my car, won't start. My car won't start. It's in the car park, so I've jumped in a taxi to Europcar, and now I'm trying to get a car that I can drive, because I need to be in Copenhagen tomorrow for 1 o'clock. I'm actually meant to be there tonight, but my first interview's tomorrow. Hi, Stephen is. So yeah, that's where I'm at currently. I've got 600 miles left to go. 600. So about 8-9 hours, and I'll be in Copenhagen. But just thought I'd update you on my little trip, hey? Mission. People say, why didn't you fly? Because I worry. Tomorrow I'm meeting the man who's been burning the Quran. He's under police protection. To facilitate that meeting, the security services have had to contact us. They've had to take our passports. I don't think they'll let me in. That's what I think. I think the government will just think, we don't need him here. I was following this, driving through, on the phone talking. I was like, hold on, this looks like I thought it was a border. It's not, it's a ferry, so you have to get a ferry to Denmark. Which is 123 euros it was. So I'm on a ferry, next one's in 20 minutes, takes 45 minutes. I haven't got that long left. I was looking, thinking, why does it say 2.5 hours? I'll do that in less than 2.5 hours. I've been doing this intermittent fasting, so I'm starving. But it got to 6 o'clock, which is when I'm meant to eat. I thought, I don't want to waste my meal. I've built it up, I don't want to waste it on some crap at the services. So I've been trying to find something in Copenhagen at 10 o'clock. My travel clothes. On the ferry, trying to find food. I'm just going to wait till Copenhagen, but I can't. So I thought there must have been a tunnel. I didn't know. The big wait for food resulted in a schnitzel. Spaghetti bolognese and a schnitzel. 23 euros. I'm starving. And welcome to Copenhagen, Vigs. I thought because they took your passport that they might not have been letting you in when you didn't answer your phone. We're in Copenhagen. I can put this silly phone down now. The cameraman's here. I've just picked him up from the airport. And our first appointment today is we're getting picked up by security services. We've had to liaise with the security services because there's a gentleman who lives here who keeps setting fire to the Quran. And he now lives in protective custody of the police. McDonald's. On the road is impossible to eat verbally. So I thought we'll get something quick. And we got a double quarter pounder meal. Vids, my cameraman's got a double quarter pounder meal. Have a guess how much that is in euros. 42 euros. That can't be right. Something's got gone wrong. Currently being brought to a secret location by their security services. They've protected him for 2 years. Coffee. Coffee on my white t-shirt.
Is it on or is it off?
So we've been brought to a room. Police guards at the door. We're just making it so we can get our podcast set up. We've asked for another chair. And when we're ready, they'll bring Rasmus in. Ex-military police protection. It's 6 a.m. I am at the COVID conference today. It's Saturday morning. I'm going to go get, I'll do 10k. I can get 10k and I've got an hour. Got to be at breakfast for 7:30, so I'll get my 10k little jog in. Because I ain't done one for 3-4 days. So on the road and I was so tired, man. But anyway, see that. I've got 9k. I'm happy with that. I need to tell Troy, I've got to leave in half an hour, so I need to cool down.
So freedom is not a personal thing. Each and every one of us, we have a personal responsibility to act like freedom does.
It's for the kids, right?
And our children's children.
Yes.
And your children's children. And the whole world's children's children. Don't forget, 5 billion people have been given at least one injection of this stuff.
I will say in the UK that 75-80% of the public know there's something seriously wrong with these vaccines. I've always concentrated on the vaccine harms because, very sadly, the government can't hold the bodies when our excess deaths are such.
That's before the first outbreak of the first outbreak. Yes, before the first outbreak of the first outbreak. That's how long I've been talking about COVID in Denmark.
In my country, home country here in Denmark, there were very, very few doctors who said something.
This respect for authority. But then the evidence accumulated. And it became clear that these official doctrines were wrong.
Isn't it fascinating that the CDC and the FDA, who 3 days earlier had finally sequenced the human genome to figure out how to do SARS, also had a vaccine for the thing that they invented 3 days earlier, funded by none other than Syncova Partners, which was the investment banking arm of Wellcome Trust.
Most of us didn't see this coming. I know I didn't. That is for sure. But you've heard compelling evidence this morning. Compelling. What's occurred is a crime.
It's Saturday. We just finished the COVID conference. I've had a fascinating day. I've found out things I was unaware of. I thought I knew about the COVID scam. I thought I knew who was behind it, how long it was planned. I've heard inspirational speeches by doctors, inspirational doctors. I had my first guest on my podcast, Dr. Anastasia, describe these doctors as rock stars. They are rock stars. They have risked their livelihoods, risked their doctorates, everything they've studied all their life for, all the work they put in their life. They've risked it because anyone knows if you go against a narrative, doesn't matter what narrative it is, they will try and finish you and ruin you. We've seen passionate speeches, we've heard about losses of finance, losses of business, losses of everything, slandering, attacks, and these doctors are leading the way in educating the public about what has gone on. Early morning, ain't done it for 3-4 days, so going to smash 10k because I spent 2 days on the road and I was knackered, man. So when I first got here I didn't do anything, but I need it to keep my sanity. The only thing that keeps me on the straight is this. So busy day again today in Copenhagen. We are at Denmark's Parliament to meet our latest guest of our podcast Silence, Morten Messerschmidt. He's the leader of the Danish People's Party. In 2008 he received the most votes any politician's ever received in Danish history, and then he doubled that in 2014. We're going to find out who the man is, who that politician is. Also, he's the man who I was invited here by to premiere my film Silenced, and after that he made a video which he put on social media where he was deleted. As a politician, as a member of parliament, he was deleted off of Facebook. I believe it took him 4 months to be able to get his account back. We're going to go into the building now, find out who he is, hear about his life, hear about what drives him, hear about the problems that are in this country of Denmark and the attack on free speech which is currently happening. So I'm looking forward to this one because it's my politics.
Hi Tommy.
How are you, bro?
Hi, great
Good
to
see
see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Sure, my pleasure. You just got in this morning or?
We got in yesterday.
Right.
Got in yesterday. We're here till, we're going to see Lars Hedegaard on Monday.
All right.
So
you do have some time. So you all booked with meetings or have some time pleasure as well?
Sunday's free. We're in Denmark's Parliament and we're eating their donuts. God bless Denmark. Left the Danish People's Party section of Parliament and we're now at their section of Parliament. It's 5:30 in the morning. It is Monday morning. Yesterday we got another 2 podcasts in with doctors. I've seen a bit of a backlash online by the usual trolls of the left trying to hammer the doctors and Andrew Bridgen for the fact I was in the same room as them. How dare they? I just hope that those doctors understand that the same way they're called conspiracy theorists and all these other labels is the same reason I'm called racist or extremist or Islamophobe. But I'm now driving. We're going on a 6-hour journey to, I don't know, somewhere near Sweden, somewhere in Sweden. We are on our way to see Lars Hedegaard. Did I say that right?
Hedegaard.
I didn't say it right then.
It's okay.
We're on the way to see Lars. Lars is a gentleman I met. So when I started the English Defence League, we'd just started, but this was all new to us. The fact that there were other people which was labelled as a counter-jihad movement, and Lars contacted and said, can I come and see you? And this was he was an older gentleman, a very intellectual gentleman, an author, and he come and met us and he said, can I just spend 3 days with you? So he got in the car and we travelled to English Defence League meetings so he could see. I think he wanted to see firsthand, what is this party? It's like I've done. Are they far right? Are they extreme? Are they racist? Are they Nazi? Who are they? And he travelled to these different meetings with us and he would have witnessed that it's just working class grassroots movement. And I remember at the end he said one thing to me and he said, do not change, Tommy. Yeah? Do not wear a suit and do not change. And I started my Danish speech in Parliament. I said, when he was there the first time, I said, Lars, I know you said don't wear a suit, bro, but I'm in Denmark's Parliament, I'm wearing a suit, yeah? But so I'm going to meet Lars today. Lars has lived a very colourful life in the sense of he was one of the lead faces or voices that actually spoke up against the Islamisation. And for that, he has come under attack. He's had an assassination attempt. He's had to live under 24-hour police guard. All the effects of exercising your freedom of speech in this area, Lars has suffered. So I want to speak to Lars, find out what his life has been like, and whether he'd do it all again, because it does jeopardise your safety and the quality of your life. And I want to see if it's been beneficial for him, and I also want to see. I know Lars originally started out as a Leninist and a Marxist, so I want to hear how he changed, what changed him. So that's where we're going. We left at 5:30 this morning, our hotel. We will be going back, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is one of the ones I look forward to in the sense of I sort of know the story, but I want to dig on the story because and it's someone who I've looked up to lots of people throughout the years who have exercised their free speech and stood up and have refused to back down, and Lars would be one of them. I am with Lars Hedegaard. I know I've said that wrong. But just finished. We're just packing away now. This is my good friend Aya. We're going to go to a nice restaurant. And then, I think I'll be back in Copenhagen for about 7 p.m. And then, I've got a 10-hour drive. So, to get to Germany. Getting those miles down, mate. Getting those miles down. Come on. The only thing that's getting me through this journey is my country and western playlist of my good friend Ches. Thank you, Ches. I drove through the night. I got here at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have €295 to tow the car. Now, when the tow truck turned up, well, I explained to him, I know what's wrong with the car, it's the starter motor, because the starter motor went 3 months ago and I had to get the car towed. And when they come to tow the car, because it will not go into neutral, you cannot get it out of gear. Yeah, you cannot. So they have to put. So when he towed on the tow truck, I explained this to him. I said, mate, you're not going to be able to just tow it on your truck. You need to put these things underneath and lift up the wheels. So you need to lift the car up, which he had to go get another tow truck for. So I just said, man, I'm going to a hotel, man. So I went to a hotel. I've been at the hotel ever since. It's now first thing in the morning, and I was waiting for him and to give me the notice. And he gave me the notice that the part's €700. But they don't know when they can get the part. The part has to come direct from the manufacturer. So they don't know when they can get the part. Which then, so I'm still here now this morning hoping he'll have a day of when he gets the part. He hasn't got a day. Said it could be Friday, could be Monday. So at the minute, I'm going to extend the stay on this car for a week. I'm going to have to drive 16 hours, get back to Spain. I'm trying to work out what other options I've got. Get back to Spain. I'm going to have to come back here in a week, 16 hours again, to pick up the car. But I haven't really got much other options. I'm going to find out now how much the rental is on this car and if they can extend it for a week. But just off of, to fix the car, sorry, the sun keeps getting in you, it's probably 700, what did he say, €700 plus taxes, then labour. It's a fucking joke. I spent €1,500 fixing the car 3 months ago for the same issue. But that's where I'm at. I've got no choice. If I didn't have people coming, I could just plot up here and stay here for 3 days, 4 days until the car's ready, drive back. But flights are booked, Airbnbs are booked, they're all travelling. I need to be there Friday. So I appreciate everyone who supported. To be honest, if it hadn't been such a success in Copenhagen, which it was, I've got 7 podcasts out of Copenhagen, made some great contacts, met up with the Danish People's Party leader Morten, who I think is very charismatic, an amazing leader. I hope their party goes on to success in Denmark. But I met some great people, met some great doctors, brave doctors. I've got podcasts coming with 3 of those doctors. I've done them. They're all done now, so I need the weekend with my editor as well in Spain. I need to get back. So I'm sorry, I've seen people saying, oh, you're always asking and begging for money. This trip, without this mess, yeah, travel, driving there because I was meeting Rasmus, and I believe the security services would have stopped us at the airport. So driving there, I don't know what it costs, 400 or 500 quid petrol there. It's going to cost the same back. I've got to do that again now. But then just hotels, cameraman, editing, it all adds up. We were there for 5 days. We travelled to Sweden. None of that would be possible if it wasn't for you. I had a very successful 4 or 5 days in Denmark. This shit with my car has made it the biggest mish ever, because even just off fuel there and fuel back now, it's a mess. But I don't really know what else to do. That's where I'm at. If you can support me, I know I'm asking, but I don't really have much other option. I haven't, do you know what, more than anything, because I said this, I had Liam Tuff's, my Liam Tuff's podcast goes out this morning. He was messaging me saying, just get back to Spain. I just want to be at home. That's what I said. I just want to go see my kids. I had them for a month, which was great, but I just want to be at home with them, if I'm honest. Daily, when I want to be around them. But I'm not in that, but I believe at the minute I'm in a difficult position. I don't know what to do. And all I said at the minute is, because my kids keep saying, what are you going to do, Dad? What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just said, I haven't thought beyond next week, which now is another week, because I've got to get back to Germany and sort this car out. So I'll make my mind up on what I'm doing once I've got these next 2 or 3 guests this weekend that I'll be filming with. I need to get back in the gym. I ain't been in the gym for a week. I've done one 9k run. I'm dressed because I thought I'd be waiting around here, so I thought I'm going to go on a run again. But no. Anyway, enough of mine. If you can support this, I really appreciate it. I need to get the car. It's not even my car. The car that's broke, and I've busted it twice. It's been my starter motor. It's my mate's car. But yeah. So 100 again. You have to pay first. Everywhere in France you have to pay first. Look. Everywhere in France. You must get that many people driving off. Look, the car knows. Attention, assist, take a break. 2 hours 35 left. Come on. I left this morning. Not so need to shave, my hair needs cutting. It's going grey. I left it first thing this morning. 16 hours later. I'm driving. And 1,000 miles later. I'm celebrating. Being home. Home. Wherever I lay my head. That's my home. 20 minutes here in Spain. Peace, everyone.